Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, man? How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to Helping Humanity Evolve, y'all. My name is Jose. How's everybody doing today, man? Hope everybody's happy and healthy. Hope you guys are meditating and connecting to Source, bro. You know we love you, we miss you. We want you to come home. You know what I'm saying? Quick shout out, man. Shout out to my subscribers. I love you, man. Shout out to Source. I love you guys. You hear me? Shout out to my ancestors. Shout out to my archangels, my angel guides, my demon guides, and my spirit guides. I love you, bro. Shout out to the universe. Shout out to the Galactic Federation. Shout out Trippy, everything. I fucking love y'all, bro. You hear me? So listen, it's Friday. It's Friday, May 2nd, 2025, the day before my birthday. Right? It's 3:11 a.m., y'all. 3:11 a.m. Mountain Time. Yo, what's good, my fellow alien brother? Yo, Shadow, what's up, bro? How you doing tonight, bro? How you doing, man? You good, bro? So y'all already know. Look, I got another song I'm gonna show y'all. So I just dropped a song earlier tonight, bro. What was the name of it, bro? I forgot the name of that shit. I think it was called Dose. I think I called it Dose, bro. I'm good, bro. Just chilling, enjoying. Nice, bro. So, Mr. Shadow, you heard my new song, bro? That shit's fire, bro. That shit got almost 2,500 views in like 2 minutes. Right? I think they bothered the fuck out of my shit, bro. They hate some haters, bro. But whatever, go check it out. That shit is dope, bro. How you been? I've been good, bro. Listen, I wrote two more songs today, bro. Right? Today was a beautiful day. Yeah, listen to me. Today was a beautiful day, bro. Right? I couldn't ask for a better day, bro. So with that, I'm gonna let y'all listen to this, bro. Check this out, bro. Alright, take me two, take three, let's go. Yo, this is gonna be a take out. Let's go. Take two. Save me. Go, y'all. Listen. Yahweh's in the building out here, bro. Sources in the building. Oh, we universe is in the building. Everything is in the building. Listen, we love y'all, bro. Come vibe with us, man. Let's go. We love y'all, bro. Hell yeah. They don't want to with the source. Everybody in the world, be like. Everybody that can really ask God to. Then you gotta come and save me, Papa. You already know what the news is, Papa. Everybody really wanna be saved. Everybody really wanna go down in the grave. Let the time be passing. Go away. And never really had a play this game. Rejuvenate your help, y'all. This shit is insane. We can do this easy. Do it from within. We can edit our avatar. Adjust the frame. I think y'all know my name. Y'all make Yahweh. And I'm coming from the spiritual plane. I'm coming to raise the frequency of the planet. Making niggas is lame. You better recognize the Holy Ghost can never be tamed. You'll be glad to gain. Listen to what I'm saying. If you raise the vibration, they should show your claim. You can never be the leaders of the devil. Hell, yo. They can try, really try again. But the academic, I'm a critter. We ain't playing. This is sources playing. We ain't everything. The niggas really not paying. Let me sign it with that. Sources ran. And divine in the flesh, y'all. Yes, we can. We are behind this bridge. And fuck up, I'm saying. Taking everything we made. This is the best of man. Hell yeah, bro. That shit was in your door. Save me. Save me. Everybody in the world be like. Save me. Save me. Everybody begging really asking God to. Save me. Save me. You gotta come and save me, Papa. Save me. Save me. You already know where the news is, Papa. Save me. Everybody in the world be like. Save me. Save me. Everybody begging really asking God to. Save me. Save me. You gotta come and save me, Papa. Save me. You already know where the news is, Papa. Right here, man. I made that today, bro. Right, I made that with the other one, the one I put out, bro. The one I put out, and that one, bro. Those are my two songs, and I got my two ready for tomorrow, bro. Right, I've been making two songs a day every day this week, bro. Like, and all those shit is getting fire. Yo, we're getting better and better, bro. I'm learning how to chop, bro. Listen to me, it's over, bro. Listen, I'm gonna change the whole game, bro. It's over for these niggas, man. You hear me? I'm coming, bro. I'm getting better, bro. I'm learning how to use my voice, bro. This shit is fun, bro. It sounds Awesome, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. How is the grow? The grow is good, bro. I mean, I haven't really spawned anymore. Like they're still little. They're still little, bro. I thought they'd be bigger by now, but it's because I can't keep the temperature right, bro. This fucking heater I gotta keep turning off, bro. So like when it hits a certain temperature, the heater shuts off and it doesn't turn back on, bro. So it gets cold in there, right? And this weekend I'm gonna get me a different kind of heater that doesn't do that, bro. Right? I have to, bro, for the mushrooms, bro. So whatever, I'm gonna pick up a dehydrator. I'm gonna pick up a new heater. I'm gonna pick up a ventilation system. Right? I found one for like $25, bro. Right? I'm gonna pick up a ventilation system. And I'm gonna get this shit going, bro, because these shits is coming out good, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I got a new whip. I'm gonna show y'all my new whip, bro. I got a new whip, bro. They gave it to me for my birthday, bro. This is dope, bro. This is dope as fuck, bro. Um, whatever. I'm gonna go shoot a video. What about a heat lamp? I got LCD lights in there right now, bro. I got grow lights in there, bro. I put grow lights in there. They're not heat lights, they're grow lights, but that's not a bad idea, bro. You know. Um I got like a thermometer, right? I got all this shit I got brand new shit right there. I haven't even opened yet, bro. But whatever, I'm gonna go get me a heater. I'm gonna set all this shit up on the timers, bro. And I'm gonna really, I'm gonna do this the right way, bro, because I got a lot of mushrooms to grow, bro. So I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this either probably tomorrow morning or this morning, I should say, right? I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a nap, and when I wake up, we're gonna go, bro. We're gonna break out, bro. And I'm gonna go do what I gotta do for these mushrooms, bro. Right? And you know, if I don't go, I know I'm not gonna go Saturday. I know that, bro. Right? I'm gonna go either if I don't go tomorrow, I'm gonna go Sunday. But I really want to go tomorrow because the sooner the better. The sooner I could maintain the high temperature inside that tent, bro, the sooner these shits will start growing fast, bro, because they want to grow fast. They don't like to take long. And these is peanut semi, bro, so they do take longer than regular mushrooms, bro. So, I got really strong mushrooms, bro. I got another song I didn't show y'all yet, bro. But it's not on this phone. It's on my other phone, bro. All right, so today's message is brought to you by GFL, bro. All right, so the question was, how many timelines to 5D are there? And the description of the video is urgent. You now have a choice. Right now, I don't think I did this one, bro. Let me see something. No, I didn't, bro. So this is today's message, bro. So real quick, bro, the channel is Davina Salmanos, bro. She channeled the message, bro, and it's narrated by artist Iris Vospot. So shout out to Iris Vospot. Shout out to Divina Somanos. Thank you for that channel. We appreciate your message, bro. I have no idea what they're talking about. I haven't listened to it yet. But we're looking forward to receiving this download, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know I look forward to these messages, bro. I love these messages, bro. I used to listen to these messages when I first started doing mushrooms. And I came across these messages and I would just listen to them and I would be daydreaming, bro. All right. I would start daydreaming, bro. And listening to these messages would take me to these places, bro. I used to just listen to them, bro. I didn't really talk about them much. I would listen to them. I would get the information. And then, I decided that I should share, right? I should share the information because this is good information. So, I begin to understand it more and more. And, the more I begin to understand it, the more, it's easier for me to teach, bro. Any dreams? Any dreams, bro? No. No, none that I can tell you right now, bro. Yo, bro, you know what I can tell you, bro? Sources in the building. Listen to me. Sources in the building, bro. Sources in the building, bro. Listen to me, bro. Sources in the building, bro. I don't know what else to say, bro. This nigga's here. He's here, bro. He's here, bro. Right? This nigga's here, bro. Right? He was with me all day today, bro. Listen to me. He was with me all day today, bro. And it's not even my birthday, but my birthday's tomorrow, right? Well, actually, it wasn't today. It was yesterday because yesterday was May 1st. So yesterday, he spent the whole day with me, bro. And I wasn't on no mushrooms. I didn't do no drugs, right? I wasn't on nothing, bro. I blew some weed, right? And me and Jordan was out and about. But even she said it. She said, "Yo, this nigga's here, bro." I said, "I know, bro. I know." I said, "I'm glad you noticed." She's like, "Yo, holy shit." I'm glad you noticed, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell people God is here, bro. Y'all niggas don't listen, bro. Right? So today was like above beautiful, bro. Like you could say I spent the day in 5D, right? I spent the whole day in 5D, bro. This shit was fun, bro. And I still went to work. I went to work, bro. I just got home, bro. Right? I went to work, bro. So, nah, Mr. Shadow, I don't got no dreams I can tell you about right now, bro. I can just tell you sources in the building, bro. Listen to me. Sources here, bro. Sources on earth. He's on earth, bro. Listen to me. The Holy Spirit is on earth, bro. The Holy Ghost, whatever you want to call him, right? God, right? The Almighty One. Do you think the other aliens will show out? Hell yeah, bro. Listen to me, bro. Y'all niggas ain't seen nothing yet, bro. Y'all niggas only seen the underworld, right? Y'all saw the underworld show out. Y'all niggas saw the dark, the dark people, right? And I don't want to say dark people. I want to say the low vibration people, the low vibrational people. So you saw how the low vibrational people show out. They do all these raunchy stuff on television, right? They do all these things to keep you low vibrational, right? They act out, they fight, they curse, they have a lot of sex, right? All of this stuff is low vibrational. It's low vibrational. So this is what the dark promotes. This is what they promote, bro. And that was their time, bro. So this is why they cherished the '90s, right? They had their time. They ran wild, bro. And they showed you their best. Now it's our turn, bro. It's our turn, bro. We're gonna show y'all niggas how the light shines, bro. You understand me? Y'all saw the dark already. Now we're gonna show y'all niggas the light, bro. You understand, Mr. Shadow? So when you ask me if the alien is gonna show up, we already started. I already started, bro. Tell him, bro. Tell him, bro. We already started, bro. You understand? You don't hear my raps, bro. You don't see my dances. I haven't posted a dance in a while. I've been focusing on my music. I got so much dance music, like it doesn't matter, bro. Do you think the other aliens? Oh hell yeah, bro. Listen to me, bro. This is going to be my fourth year. You know, this is going to be my fourth year connected to them, bro. And every year they do something. Every year, bro, they do something for me, bro. Every year, bro. So it's been consistent 3 years in a row, bro. And they already showed me, today that they here. They already here, bro. Listen, they already here, bro. You understand? The niggas is here, bro. So, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, right? I'm looking forward to that shit. I know it's gonna be insane, bro. It's gonna be crazy, bro. I think I'm gonna do 10 grand, bro. I'm gonna take 10 grand for this one, bro. I'm gonna just do it, bro. No, I'm bullshitting, bro. I wouldn't do that, bro. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just talking shit, bro. I'm not gonna do 10 grand. I'll do like 8, bro. I'm gonna do 8, bro. Look, they want me to do 10. They telling me do 10, bro. Y'all niggas, every time I do 10, I pass out, bro. So nah, bro. Um, I really got some beats, bro. Listen to me. I got some beats, bro. They mine, bro. They belong to me. I bought them. You understand? I got like they mine, bro. So moving forward, this new music you're gonna be listening to, I'm gonna be releasing, bro. Like, as singles and shit, right? So I'm gonna do full songs. I'm gonna start doing full songs, bro. I'm gonna try to do like 3-minute songs. I have my own style, bro. To be honest, bro. I got my own style. I got my own way of doing things, right? And you know, I don't want to make a 5-minute song, bro. Right? I don't want to make a 3-minute song, nigga. I want to do a verse. That's it, bro. I want to do a hook. I want to sing a verse, and then I want to do a hook, bro. And I want to end my song, bro. And that's what I've been doing, bro. Listen to me. That's the format of my song, bro. You understand? I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas say. I don't care how you feel. That's not my problem, bro. This is mine. This is my, it's my creation, bro. So if I choose to do a hook with a verse with a hook and end my song, nigga, that's what it is, right? That's Yahweh, bro. Appreciate the verse, bro, right? And we got another verse right after that, right? And I got another one and another. I got so many, bro. So, just let me bounce around because that's what I'm doing is bouncing around all these genres, right? I'm using all different kinds of voices. I'm using all different kinds of flows. I'm trying all different kinds of shit, bro, right? I'm having fun, bro. And I'm not doing this by myself. I got the universe here, bro. God is here, bro. So, when I sit down and I put those headphones on, bro, they come in, bro. They come in and they go, yo, what's up, bro? We out here, boy. You know what I'm saying? I get the energy, dog. I get the energy, and I might rap it. I might rap it. I might sing it. Right. I might do it a few times. I might switch up my voice to see how it sounds with this voice. See how it sounds with that voice. See how it sounds if I sing it. See how it sounds if I rap it. See how it sounds if I try to chop it. Right. It's so much shit that could be done. It's crazy, bro. Right. So, I'm officially a musician, bro. I'm officially a musician, bro. Listen to me. I'm a musician now, right? I put on my musician hat, bro. Right? So we doing our thing, bro. What's up, Mr. Shadow? What you want to talk about, bro? Is there anything you want to talk about, bro? Um, Let me see. Is there anything I want to talk about, bro? I've been talking to you guys about healing. I've been talking to you guys about raising your vibrations and keeping your vibrations high, right? And they was teaching us, in the message about these energies that's coming in and how to connect to them, how to be receptive, right? How to receive, how to open your heart to receive, right? Which is what I was basically explaining to you guys before we even heard the message was, you have to learn how to open your heart in a joyful way, right? If you don't know how to do it, then you gotta try to learn how to do it, or just do it the only way you know how, bro. If the only way you know how is by feeling pain, then nigga, go for it, bro. Feel the pain, make yourself get to that point to where you're receptive so that you could be open, bro. Because you need to be open to receive these vibrations. You need to be open to receive downloads. You need to be open for source to connect to you, bro, so he could talk to you, bro. If you never do that, you're not gonna be able to connect, bro. So all of this stuff is, practices is all practices that we need to do, bro. And what's good about it is that it's free. It doesn't cost any money. You understand? You can do this for free in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to go to church. You don't have to go anywhere. And you can do it anytime you want. There's no particular day you have to do it. There's no particular time you have to do it. You could just do it, right? And that's it. That's it. You did it, bro. And just keep doing it, bro. You understand? Make it a practice. It becomes a practice. You have to make it a way of living. They say you have to become the prayer. You understand? Listen to me. They said you have to become the prayer. And so, how do you become the prayer? You understand? By practicing, bro. By practicing what you're preaching, practicing everything you're saying. You have to do it, bro. You understand? It's not easy. It's a lot of work, bro. I don't really know. It's all right. I already got into something, bro. So, with that said, I was trying to teach you guys how to release burdens, how to release, traumas that might have happened to you, right? How to release things. Maybe you feel guilty about something you did. Maybe you feel bad. You need to forgive yourself, bro. You don't have to ask the person. You can just do it. You could just be like, damn, bro. But personally, I yell, like, I ain't yell at myself, but I call myself a piece of shit. You a piece of shit, bro. Right? And I really let myself have it because I deserved it. You understand? I deserved it, and I accepted it too. I accepted it, but understand, I did it to myself. Nobody did it to me. Nobody. I did it to me, bro. And this was a process. I had to sit there. I did it right. I didn't know I was gonna do that way. It just happened. So I experienced this shit, bro. Right, and I scolded myself, right, and then I forgave myself. I promised that I promised to change, right, and as long as I maintain that promise, I forgave myself, bro, and I let it go. I released everything, bro, everything, everything, and this is what we need to learn to do because you don't know how to do that, bro. Nobody taught you how to do that, bro. They didn't tell you that. You need to do these things in order for you to be a creator, in order for you to co-create your own reality. You can co-create your own reality. You can control what you see, bro. You can control everything around you, bro. You can really manipulate matter. You can manipulate everything. You know who you are. You know who you are, bro. You understand this shit is wild. But how would how would you be able to do these things if no one shows you how to do them? No one say, yo, bro, there's no instruction book. There's no guide. Which there is. But, as far as, when we were growing up, and this is what they was explaining to us, was that it was done purposely for us to grow. They wanted us to grow. They wanted us to remember who we were, so they took away our memories. They took it away from us, bro. They did it on purpose. But we knew about it. We agreed to it. Nigga, we agreed to it, bro. So we agreed to go through all this bullshit. Is what you're telling me. That's what they're telling me, bro. We agreed to go through this, bro. Right? So all this shit, you gotta come to terms with it. You gotta understand it. You gotta, have your realizations, right? So that it brings you one step closer to becoming that co-creator you are, bro. Because they're not just gonna say, okay, because you know who you are, because you learned your name, right? And you learn that you're connected. It doesn't mean you get your ability. It doesn't mean you just get them, bro. Because you don't just get them. You have to do the work. There's work to be done. You'll get them. You want them, you'll get them. But you got to work for them, bro. So that habit, that habit, that habit, that habit. All this shit got to stop. And you got to start these new habits, right? You got to do this. You got to do this. So you got to really change. You have to change everything. If you used to respond to certain things in certain ways, you got to change that too. If you got triggers, everybody got triggers, right? People like to pull those triggers, right? You gotta learn how to control those triggers and don't let people pull those triggers, no matter how hard they try, because that's self mastery, right? That's going, yo, bro, what's wrong with you? Why you keep doing that? You okay? What I'm saying? Like, do you need some help, right? Because I see what you're trying to do, but I just don't understand why. Instead of getting mad, instead of getting mad, bro, this is part of self control, self mastery, right? So when you learn to meditate, you know and you actually have an experience, and you actually communicate with the all, right? With the all, I want to say it's the all, right? It's going to be profound. It's going to be profound as fuck, bro. You think meeting aliens is going to be amazing, Mr. Shadow? Wait till you meet God, bro. Wait till you meet God, bro. Y'all niggas have no idea, bro. Wait till you meet God, bro. So, people are gonna have, or people are even having profound experiences. That's what they was trying to tell us. That's another thing they was telling us. Certain things are happening to trigger awakenings, right? To make people unite, to bring people together. And it's really healthy for people to do that. So, it's fucked up what happened, right? But they said, the outcome far outweighs, what happened, and it could have been far worse than what it was, right? So, that's the divine plan in action, bro. Right? Just roll with it, bro. You know, how they said sometimes we gotta walk through the dark to get to the light. Bro, that's some crazy shit, bro. All right. What the fuck, nigga? Like, we ain't already been through enough. Nigga, we ain't already been through enough. You telling me we gotta keep going through the dark to get to the light. Nigga, this shit, nigga, y'all niggas is crazy, bro. Like, this shit is wild, bro. Right? Like, nah, nigga, I'm tired of walking through the dark, nigga. I'm gonna shine my light so bright, nigga, there ain't gonna be no darkness, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. You understand me? But whatever, bro. Shout out to me, bro. Right? I love me, bro. Word. Excuse me, bro. All right, look, I'm not gonna stay on, bro, because I got home later than normal, and to be honest with you, I'm tired, bro. I'm asleep, bro. I'm just doing, I'm just doing ship designs, nice, bro. All right, so greetings, light workers. I am Mira from the Palladian High Council, and I am pleased to speak with you today. I also serve full time on the Earth Council, assisting our beloved Gaia and humanity through this grand ascension process. Beloved ground crew, I greet you with all the love in my heart. Your Palladian family and I know how intense and confusing these times can be for you. We love, admire, and respect you beyond measure. And as you navigate the final days of the old third dimensional paradigm and step into a new vibrational of light, you are doing more than you may realize, and you are never alone in this journey. Many of you find yourself wondering, am I on the ascension timeline? This question arises from deep within as you sense the profound shift underway on Earth. From our perspective, we already see a beautiful awakening unfolding. Multiple timelines are indeed possible, and the timeline of ascension glows brightly, where consciousness is elevated, even as the external world chumps with challenges and change. A higher path is emerging for those choosing the light. We see you shining amidst the uncertainty, and we celebrate your progress. We offer guidance now to help you understand what it means to be on the ascension timeline and how you can recognize it within yourself. Take these words into your heart and feel the resonance we speak to the deepest part of you that already knows these truths. Remember, you are cherished and supported beyond your imagining. Know that your role is essential, and every choice for love and peace you make helps anchor this luminous timeline for all. Now, let's explore the signs of ascension path and how to stay aligned with it so that you may move forward with confidence and pain and joy. Beloved ones, I wish to clarify what we now observe unfolding, the emergence of two distinct ascension timelines, each leading you into the higher octave of new earth frequency. This new earth is not a location you will travel to, but a vibrational bandwidth that you are already learning to inhabit. The first timeline, which many of you have already entered, we call the turbo timeline, is a slipstream that accelerates your transition into higher dimensions, where you are anchoring codes and building energetic frameworks for the collective to rise. You are the new earth, pioneers. The path clearers, the second timeline, is no less noble. It is chosen by those whose sole mission includes staying a bit longer in the current dimensional overlays, assisting and holding sacred presence for the many souls now awakening and stepping forward. On the second path, you may experience events like the solar flash, not as fear, but as cosmic initiation. We in the High Council, watching all for more souls than we ever anticipated, are choosing the light. Touched by your frequency, your love, your steadiness, this shift has tilted the scales so thoroughly that we can confirm the dark has not only lost, it has resoundingly lost. Even those previously in deep service to self paths, humans and otherwise, are turning toward the light in increasing numbers. You need not ask them out. Just continue raising your field daily in 5D vibrational values and remain present. They will come often, they will not appear ready. Some may still be steeped in egoic behavior or appear aligned with old systems. Do not judge. Take nothing personally. This is a crucial reminder. Ask Jesus to walk with you in these encounters. He is assisting many starseeds now in embodying compassionate neutrality. You will know which timeline is yours. Your heart already knows. You do not need to force a decision. Simply ask your higher self to reveal it gently and follow the quiet knowing that emerges. The right work for the right place, the right now, all will align. Trust in this. Trust in yourself. You are exactly where you are meant to be. One of the clearest indicators which ascension timeline you're currently on is by a practice of divine neutrality. In the state of non-reaction, in the midst of chaos or provocation, observe how you respond. Do you get swept into anger, fear, or judgment? Or do you pause, take a breath, and remain centered? When you can hold your peace and not react impulsively to negativity, you are choosing the higher path. Every time the ascension timeline is revealed through non-reaction, because in those moments of stillness you align with your true self. Instead of feeding the dualistic dramas, you become an anchor of calm light. This does not mean you are indifferent to suffering or injustice. Rather, you respond from a higher consciousness. Divine neutrality is an empowered, compassionate state. It allows you to witness events with wisdom and respond deliberately with love, instead of reacting with knee-jerk emotion. As you cultivate this neutral presence, you will notice something profound. The more you refrain from reacting behavior, the more the positive timeline unfolds in your life. You will see evidence of grace, synchronicity, and support all around you. By not engaging in lower vibrations, you literally shift yourself into a reality stream of higher vibration. In this way, your inner stillness acts like a key, unlocking the ascension timeline for you. Over time, it becomes natural to live in this flow, where challenges arise and subside without shaking your core. The pineal gland has tiny little. Hold on, bro. I don't know why I did that, bro. Ooh. All right. Each time you choose neutrality again, you strengthen your connection to the ascended path. Your peaceful non-reaction is not a weakness. It is a sign of great mastery and trust in the divine plan unfolding. It is how you know you are remaining on the path of ascension steadily and true, regardless of outer circumstances. For eons, humanity has been conditioned to see the world through a false polarity of good versus evil. This duality, symbolized the tree of knowledge of good, has been a cornerstone of third dimensional experience. It taught you to divide life into opposites and to take sides. While this polarity provided many lessons in the past, it is ultimately an illusion. From the higher perspective, as you awaken, you begin to see that good and evil are extreme ends, are extremes of one spectrum, both existing within the wholeness of the Creator. The ascension process caused you to move beyond this black and white thinking. You are now leaning to reactivate your pure awareness, the original state of consciousness that existed before judgment took hold. Pure awareness is a divine neutrality of its own kind. It perceives what is without immediately labeling or categorizing. It is in this state you simply observe with the eyes of the soul, understanding that there is a larger divine orchestration at play. Even in situations that once seemed purely negative. When you stop rigidly defining things as good or bad, you reclaim the openness of your mind and heart. This does not mean you abandon discernment, rather, you discern through love and inner knowing instead of knee jerk judgment. By releasing the habit of casting heroes and villains in every scenario, you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster of duality. Instead, you can respond to life with clarity and compassion. As your pure awareness reactivates, you will notice a gentle detachment from the collective dramas. The noise of conflict begins to lose its grip on you. You remember more and more that all souls are ultimately playing roles in the greater evolution. This remembrance allows you to navigate your life with much more grace. You become a conscious co-creator, centered in truth. No longer a pawn of the polarity game. In this balanced state of awareness, the ascension timeline becomes your natural home because you are no longer tethered to the distortions of duality. Another hallmark of ascended consciousness is the blossoming of Christ consciousness within you. Christ consciousness is not about religion. It is a universal state of enlightened love. It is the consciousness that Jesus Christ and others great masters demonstrated, one of the unconditional inclusions and compassion. When this energy awakens in you, you naturally extend unconditional love to all beings. No one and nothing is seen as an outside of divine love. This is the end of judgment as you have known it. In Christ consciousness, you stop separating people into worthy or unworthy, friend or enemy. Instead, you recognize that spark of the Creator in everyone, even those who may still be lost in darkness. This does not make you naive or blind to the disharmony. Rather, you become a gentle healer and a bridge of light. You welcome all into the field of love, allowing transformation to occur through acceptance. With this inclusive heart, you practice true forgiveness, releasing the burdens of past grievances. You understand that at the soul level, all are learning and evolving. Thus, there is nothing to condemn. Such profound acceptance is liberating, both for you and for others. It dissolves the heavy chains of guilt, shame, and resentment that have bound humanity for so long in the presence of Christ consciousness. Those around you can feel a difference. They feel safe, they feel seen and loved without conditions. This energy is deeply healing and invites others to likewise drop their defenses and judgments. As you embody this, you become a living example of unity consciousness. The divisiveness of the old polarity cannot sustain itself in the face of such awe. Embracing love in this way. Christ's consciousness within you heralds an end to the era of judgment and separation. It is the light of unity that marks your entry into the new 5D reality where love is the law and all are recognized as part of the one. You may wonder how, in practical terms, you step fully into the fifth dimension new reality. The truth is, the doorway to 5D opens inwardly through surrender and inner stillness. To ascend, you are not required to climb a ladder or travel to a different planet. Rather, you release into a higher state of being. Surrender is the key. This is the sacred act of letting go of the ego's need to control every outcome. It means trusting the divine plan of your life and wisdom of your higher self. When you surrender, you yield to the flow of love that is always carrying you to where you need to be. This is not the surrender of defeat. It is the surrender of alignment. Aligning your will with the Creator's will. Along with the surrender comes the practice of inner stillness. In the quiet moments, whether in meditation, prayer, or simply a pause in nature, you find the space where 5D consciousness blossoms. In stillness, you can hear the whispers of your soul and the gentle guidance of the Spirit. The noise of the world fades and the subtle reality of the heart takes precedence as you cultivate the inner silence. Even in just a few minutes a day, you create a sanctuary within where your higher light can anchor over time. The peace you touch and stillness begins to expand into the rest of your life. You carry it with you into activity. It becomes easier to remain calm and surrendered, even amid outer challenges. The combination of trusting surrender and practice stillness is profoundly powerful. Together, they form a resonance that matches 5D frequency. In moments of true surrender and deep peace, you are already living in the fifth dimension. You will find that solutions rise effortlessly. Guidance appears when needed, and your reality reorganizes around your high vibration. By turning inward and letting go, you discover that you were never separated from 5D at all. It was simply a matter of turning your awareness to it through the silence of your being. On your spiritual journey, many of you have undertaken pilgrimages to holy places, studied with various teachers, and devoted yourselves to meditation or rituals. These experiences are valuable and enriching, but it is important to understand they are symbols and support for your growth. They are not the ultimate source of your ascension. The true source of your enlightenment lies within you and your direct connection with the divine. A sacred site can inspire, awe, and open your heart, but it is your own sacred heart space that truly transforms you. A wise teacher can point the way, but it is your own soul's understanding that brings illumination. Meditation techniques can help quiet the mind, but it is the stillness you find within and the light that emerges from your soul that elevates your consciousness. In truth, everything you seek through those outer practices is already present in you. The being, the pilgrimages, The teachings, the meditations, they are mirrors reflecting back to you, your own divinity. When you treat them as symbols, you honor their purposes without giving away your power. You realize that climbing a mountain or kneeling in a temple is meaningful because of the intention and the love you bring to it from within. Nothing is extended to the one. To the same spark of source exists in you as in any sacred location or scripture. This understanding is freeing. It means no matter where you are, whether you have access to special places or teachers or not, you can always connect with the divine directly. You carry the temple within you. So by all means, cherish the tools and the guides that resonate with you. But remember, they are fingers pointing to the moon. The light you seek is shining in your own heart. Knowing this keeps you empowered and focused on the true essence of ascension, which is your inner awakening and direct relationship with the Creator. In the higher dimensions, we recognize you not by your appearance or words, but by your energy, frequency. In fact, you have a unique energetic signature that broadcasts your state of consciousness. When your inner field is neutral and open, we see your light. We see your light shining clearly in the 5D spectrum. It is as if a beacon goes off, signaling to the universe that you are aligned with the ascension frequency. A neutral inner field means you are not weighed down by the extremes of emotion or rigid beliefs. An open inner field means your heart is wide with love and receptivity. In combination, this creates a pure high vibration that is unmistakable that is unmistakable. We and other beings of light can find you easily in this vibratory sense. Being recognized by frequency is how the universe operates at this level. It is not about labels of identity or how much knowledge you have accumulated. It's about how you embody the love and peace of higher consciousness. If you ever wonder how will our galactic family know I've awakened, know that it is through your energy emanation. Every effort you make to cultivate inner peace, to heal yourself, to forgive, to remain open-hearted, increases the brightness of your field. Even on days you feel like you struggle, on the very intention to return to neutrality and love keeps you going strong. We see you. We truly see you in your truth beyond the human persona. And as your frequency stabilizes in the 5D range, it creates a higher bridge between our realms. This is how contact and communion with higher guidance becomes more tangible through the meeting of vibrations. By maintaining a neutral, open energy, not only do you lift yourself up, you become a lighthouse for others and a trusted collaborator in the eyes of the spiritual and galactic realms. You become part of the conscious network of ascending souls who are recognized as the new earth community in formation. As your consciousness rises, your very physical and subtle bodies are undergoing a profound metamorphosis. One aspect of this transformation is the reactivation of your original 12-strand DNA. Human blueprint. Long ago, humans were designed with a fully multidimensional DNA structure, far beyond two strands that modern science currently maps. Much of this DNA has remained dormant or inactive through ages of dense 3D living. It was as if vital chapters of your cosmic instructions manuals were put to sleep, leaving humanity functioning with a limited perception of reality. Now, in the ascension emergence energies, those dormant DNA codes are lighting up again. Each strand of DNA corresponds to a higher dimensional aspect of your being, such as heightened intuition, telepathy, accelerated self-healing, and deeper spiritual insight. As these strands activate, you begin to access abilities and awareness that feel new, yet they are actually your original gifts returning to you. You might notice changes in your intuition, sudden bursts of knowing or feeling more connected to nature and each other. Some of you experience spontaneous healings or changes in your physical sensitivities as your body adjusts to carry more light. These are signs of the blueprint coming online. Know that this process is guided by your soul and overseen by benevolent helpers from the higher realms. We and your star family, along with angelic beings in the Earth's own spiritual intelligence, are sending coded light frequencies to assist this DNA awakening. It is a gentle process for most, unfolding in stages, so not as to overwhelm you. Your part is to support your body through rest, nourishment, and listening closely to its needs. As it integrates higher energy with each activation, you step closer to the fully empowered human you were always meant to be. The original divine template is reemerging within you, enabling you to live as a 5D being on earth, radiant wise and true form. From our vantage on Earth Council, we witness not only individual transformations, but a profound planetary awakening. Beloved Gaia herself is ascending, raising her frequency in concert with those of you on the ground who are choosing the light. This is a collective effort on a scale that has never occurred before. An entire planet and her inhabitants shifting dimensions together. It is a truly historic event in the cosmos. Naturally, such a massive change brings waves of upheaval as old energies and systems fall away. You see this reflected in your societies. Long-standing institutions and beliefs are being shaken to their core. Revelations and truths are coming to light, and structures built on separation or fear are cracking. While this can appear chaotic or light or frightening from the surface, we assure you it's part of the necessary cleaning and rebirth of the old 3D paradigm must dissolve to make space for the new 5D Earth. We on the Earth Council, along with many other galactic brothers and sisters, are actively assisting in this process. We monitor the key energy points and events, gently nudging things toward the highest outcomes. There are legions of light beings, stabilizing the Earth energy grid, so that changes unfold with as much grace as possible. Your role as the ground crew is to continue holding your center and radiating peace during these shifts. Every moment you stay in your heart and remain neutral in the face of discord, you infuse the collective field with stability. Time and time, time, time and again, potential calamities have been averted or softened due to the prayers and meditations of steadfast love in the awakened ones. We on the council of often speak of the incredible resilience and compassion of humanity's light workers. Truly, you are the heroes on the front lines of ascension. Take control, knowing that for every difficulty that arises, there is a vast support team in spirit and in the stars working alongside you. Together, we ensure the Earth's ascension stays on course and gains momentum with each passing day. As the ascension timeline solidifies, you may observe a growing divergence in human experience. It can seem as if two worlds are coexisting, one rooted in fear and conflict, and another blossoming in love and unity. This is the natural sorting of energies that occurs during ascension. Those who cling to the old 3D ways of judgment and division may find life becoming increasingly turbulent. In contrast, those who embrace the higher principles of neutrality, compassion, and oneness will encounter more grace and flow in their lives. Do not be disheartened if you witness some choosing a different path or resisting the changes. Every soul has its own timing and journey. For some of the ascension timeline will be experienced later or in other realms. And this too is part of the divine plan. There is no coercion, only invitation. So, your task is not to convince anyone, but to simply live as a shining example of what is possible in the new energy. By doing so, you offer a choice to others through your vibration. The more you embody the 5D frequency, the more you contribute to making the ascension timeline the dominant reality on Earth. Already signs of the new Earth are emerging. Perhaps you have noticed heart-centered communities forming innovative ways of living in harmony with nature and growing a growing wave of compassion and cooperation where once there was division. These are not random events, they are manifestations of 5D consciousness taking root. You, along with many others, are dreaming a new world into being. Your intentions and actions align with love. As more individuals commit to this higher way, the momentum grows exponentially and will reach a tipping point where the collective really shifts decisively toward ascension. Know that the ascension timeline is now the leading trajectory for the earth. The chaos of the old world is last gasp is not a sign of failure. So hold faith. Keep your focus on the light. What awaits on the horizon is more magnificent than you can imagine. A life of true unity, peace, and creative joy in the new earth. Beloved ones, you are truly rising into your mastery. Each time you choose peace and love over fear and conflict, you reclaim more of your divine power. We know this journey is not without its hurdles. There may be days where old patterns resurface or when you feel overwhelmed. Remember, in those moments, to be gentle with yourself. Mastery is a process. Even the great sages walk through challenges on their path. If you stumble, simply stand back up and realign with your heart's wisdom. There is no failure, only learning and growing. We see your efforts and we celebrate every victory, no matter how small it may seem. Know that we never judge you for any setback in our eyes. You shine brighter. With each test you overcome, you have support beyond measure. Your guides, angels, and star family walk beside you always. When you feel alone or in need of help, remember to ask. Even a silent prayer in your heart will help you overcome it. Many arrive as a whisper of intuition, a synchronistic encounter, or a sudden wave of strength and peace. Because of these, because of free will, asking gives us permission to assist more directly. We are a team in this ascension. You on the ground crew and we in the higher realms working hand in hand, trusting your inner guidance for your soul knows the way home. The wisdom from countless lifetimes is within you. Now, you are the far more capable and resilient than you realize. Take a moment to acknowledge how far you have come and feel our love surrounding you. In that very moment, we are so proud of you. Remember, your success in this ascension journey is not just a personal. It contributes to the elevation of the entire world. You are an integral part of something magnificent, and we thank you for your sacred service. As we conclude this message, take heart in knowing the answer to this question are you on the ascension timeline lies within you. If you have embraced neutrality, compassion, surrender, and the inner light of your soul, then yes, you are living it. The ascension timeline is not a distant future. It is here and it is now. In each breath you take in alignment with love, your future is bright and full of promise. We see in a world reborn in unity and peace. You are an integral part of that creation. We will continue to guide and support you in every way possible. As this transformation unfolds, feel our presence in the gentle nudges and warm encouragements that arise in your life. We are as close as a thought and as a present, as a heartbeat. You are never alone, dear one. With we walk this journey with you in delight and gratitude. We are the Palladian High Council and Earth Council honor you and all that you are until the grand moment of reunion, when we can embrace openly. Know that we embrace you now in spirit. I wrap you in my love and the love of countless beings of light. Be at peace. Let your heart be the light. I am Mirror, and I'm always with you. Farewell for now, with great blessings upon you. Thank you, Mirror. Thank you, Mirror. So thank you, Mirror, for that message, right? Thank you, Palladian. Shout out to Palladian. Shout out to Mirror, right? Shout out to these people. Right. Hold on. Shout out to Divinos Somanos and artist VO Spot, right? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Galactic Federation. I fucking love y'all, bro. Listen, that was a beautiful message, bro. That was a dope ass message, bro. I'm just doing some. All right, cool. So listen, y'all have a beautiful night, bro. I'm out of here, man. I love y'all, bro.